Good morning. Today we are here to debate about friendship between women and men.
Okay, on this side, we have supporters of the topic. On the other side, we have people who are against the topic. So, let's start. And so, you're first.
Okay. Psychologist Linda Sapadin explained the belief that men and women can't be friends come from another era in which women were at home and men were in the workplace, and the only way they could get together was for romance. Now they work together and share sports interests and socialize together. This cultural shift has encouraged psychologists, sociologists, and communication experts to put forth a new message. Though it may be tricky, men and women can successfully become close friends. What's more, there are good reasons for them to do so.
Okay, you're next.
Well, the well-known writer Oscar Wilde claimed between men and women there is no friendship possible. There is passion, enmity, worship, love, but not friendship. The quote by Wilde clearly states the reason why so many of today's men and women are on constant collision course. Today, radical people claim that friendship is not only possible but preferable to marital love between the sexes. This world premise is not about absolutely true. The reason is simple: men don't want to be friends with women. According to research, people refuse to acknowledge the strong chemistry and love which naturally develops between normal men and women due to social demands. It is proved that men and women working together for most of their working hours provides temptations. In many cases, working together feeds through existing marriages and increase the divorce rate dramatically. Working together puts the stress on established marriages because the physical attraction between the sexes is naturally agitated by close contact. And where is the closer contact outside the home other than at work? The chronic problems experienced by both sexes while trying to be friends at work only confirms the fallacy of the radical people. Friendship is not possible between men and women, mainly because being friends with a woman is impossible for a man. Men, through no fault of their own, see that type of pursuit as pointless.
Okay, Sylvia Dutch-Pitch, founder of Critical Therapy Center in New York City, claims that today's society plants the idea of friends turning into romantic interests in our heads, making it difficult for some to recognize a platonic friendship. When we value friendship for the sake of collaboration and community rather than sex, then friendship can flourish. And in addition to this, as a matter of fact, it is supposed that friendship between men and women do not fail because of sexual tension. They fail because of a lack of honesty about it, because it is brushed under the carpet instead of being confronted. They fail ultimately because sometimes we would rather lose a friend than go out on a limb.
Okay. We have a theory here that I don't know if you are familiar with, that is called the ladder theory. And this theory is about how heterosexual men and women relate to one another. It was developed in the 90s by Dallas Lin, and it's really interesting. The main idea of this theory is that men look at women as a sexual partner, and when they see a woman, they immediately put her in the ladder as a possibility to have sex. And the same happens with women. Men and women can't simply be friends because they can't connect to one another chemically the same way as same-sex commanders do. So men and women are genetically programmed not to be friends.
Yes. The researcher Abraham Lloyd says in his article published on a magazine that in almost every case we are able to either maintain or improve our friendship because we confronted the sexual tension that existed and mutually agreed how to deal with it. Sexual tension is certainly real, impossible to ignore, and can be difficult to negotiate. But like the weather, you can either let it dictate what you want to do or you can deal with it. If you cannot manage your sexual tension or the sexual tension through your way, then be prepared to experience challenges in your day-to-day relationship throughout your life.
If men wanted to hang out with their friends, they call their male ones. They make much better friends because boys can compete with each other on the same level playing field. They can hunt, build something, drink, play sports, drive fast, etc. without dumbling down the challenge involved. They don't take into account many aspects that women take when playing. They can just play hard and fast. When men want to pursue a woman, they pursue her for one reason, and it isn't friendship. Friendship is never a motivation factor for a guy in pursuit of a woman. That's just the way nature works. Humanity would cease to exist if that physical attraction were not there. The truth is that the natural development of respect, love, marriage, truth, and a lifetime of commitment are first predicted on physical attraction of a man for a particular woman, and secondly, on the woman's acceptance of his attention. This is simply how it works. Women are, whether or not women want to admit this, a serious and constant distraction for men. It's the way we are designed to interact. It was a happy path that led to love, marriage, and children. Without these powerful desires for women on the part of men, humanity will cease to exist, as I have already said.
Okay, thank you. Now you have a minute, please.
Okay, it has been evaluated that for a man, women are the best option as a friend because they don't bother if his sister is beautiful. They give her women point of view that can help him to understand that how women think. Women help and can give advice about other women. Perhaps they feel jealous, but that is because they love him. Women can be a great support and they will always be there as friends. It has also been supported that women and men can be friends when there's no sexual tension. That could happen after being lovers and when they lost their mutual sexual interest in each other. They can become very good friends.
Okay.
Well, the concept of friendship is interpreted in a completely different way by men and women. The female kind of relationship largely implies a relationship based on trust, and it's an open secret that women are inclined to pouring their hearts out to each other. They enjoy giving advice and debate a variety of subjects at length, whereas friendship between men is based on deeds. Men hate being filled under the weak or indecisive. Men would rather do something than talk about it.
It has also been evaluated that for a woman, having men as friends is best because they will take care of her. They will not compete and will not criticize. Men don't feel envy. Men can fight for a friend and are very protective. Men could keep a secret, and if a woman is feeling bad, men will be there, although women don't ask to. When a woman and a man are friends, their relationship is very sincere and unconditional. It has been proved that friendship has nothing to do with gender or difference of sex. If there is friendship between a man and a woman, they will feel the same feelings as any other friendship, especially if they have things clear from the beginning of the relationship.
A survey made at the Utah State University has proven that men don't believe in friendship but pretend to do so to avoid losing their female companions. They also admitted that it is impossible for them to spend time with a woman without developing sexual attraction. Men also revealed that if their female friend gave them the option to have a physical relationship, they would take it.
It has been verified that it is possible for a man to have a woman as a friend, especially when he's a very experienced one. One who can say, I've been down this road before and it does not end well. That means that he could be very attracted to someone but not act on it. The woman may be narcissist. She may be emotionally unstable. She may be sad. If the man has maturity, and self-control, the men can maintain a platonic friendship.
It has been proven in a survey by the University of Wisconsin that men and women experience platonic relationship in a different way. Women can actually form a relationship with a male without feeling any sexual attraction. However, the study revealed that men usually hope to develop a sexual relationship at some point with their female friends.
It has been supported that neither a man nor a woman can totally depend on one person. If you have a relationship, you can have friends with people from the opposite side. This sex. This is something very common and necessary. This has to do with the fact of living within society. We have to keep contact with people all the time, and it would be tedious to be always thinking of the fact that you cannot have real friends because maybe they want to have sex with you. I think the world can only benefit from developing platonic friendships with the opposite gender. I think that it helps us to see each other as human beings and not just sexual objects. Because it is a fact that not all men think with anything else but their brains. There are some that actually care about sharing a good relationship without any sexual activity involved, as well as there are some women that care about the same.
There's always sex hiding away somewhere inside a friendly relationship between a man and a woman, said Lillian Rubin, a sociologist. A sexual undertone or friendship makes it especially attractive or even sensual. However, most men and women agree that sexual relationships pose a real threat to their friendship because sex breeds a craving from possession, which can't agree with the nature of friendship, proven Adam. A good friend may turn into a listening lover.
Okay.
Okay. It has been proved that friendship between the sexes was more or less unknown in traditional society. Men and women occupy different spheres, but male-female friendship is becoming not only a possibility but also a necessity. If men and women are to work, play, and coexist in modern society, researchers believe men and women must learn to understand and communicate with each other. Consequently, we have seen many cross-sex friendships being successful.
As Billy Crystal said to Megan Wright in the film When Harry Met Sally, men and women can be friends because the sex part always gets in the way. So it has been proven that a good friendship is based on trust and honesty. And how can this be possible when the friendship between men and women is based on hiding and repressing sexual feelings?
Okay. When Harry Met Sally set the potential for male-female friendship back about 25 years, said Michael Moser, assistant professor of communications at the University of Colorado at Denver and author of Women and Men as Friends. Television hasn't helped either. Almost every time you see a female-male friendship, it winds up turning into romance. Monson notes, think Sam and Diana or Chandler and Monica. These cultural images are hard to overcome, he says. It's no wonder that we expect that men and women are always on the road to romance. Friendships are rooted by integrity, not color or gender.
O'Meara, 1989, defined cross-sex friendships as a non-romantic, non-familial, personal relationship between a man and a woman. She points out that the term non-romantic does not imply that attraction or sexuality is completely absent from the relationship. O'Meara published several unique challenges that cross-sex friends often face. First, the emotional bond challenge is where the socialization of men and women makes them view each other in a romantic sense rather than as a platonic friendship. It is important to note that friendship is intimate but less so than romantic love. And we would also like to add that stereotypes and taboo are fixed in our consciousness. And even though we try to fight back, it's almost impossible to break it. And also that even though we believe this, we also want to remind you when we talked about biology and how it is in our nature to have a sexual relationship.
It has been demonstrated that friendship is not beholden to any one structure. There will be men who struggle to be platonic with their female friends, and thus assume every other man on earth is like them. There will be friends who used to be lovers, and lovers who used to be friends. There will be women and men who could never even think of the possibility of having sex with their friends, and those who can.
Okay.
A recent article in Scientific American drew to the conclusion that no, based on a study of 88 mixed gendered couples, the conclusion from the study found that the male partners in the relationships were far more likely to be attracted to the woman than vice versa. They also concluded that men also usually overestimate the level of attraction that the women felt for them, because men especially have a hard time accepting that one can have love for his friends without a romantic or sexual connotation. And well, the lesson of the day is that you can't be friends of people that only want sex with you. You have to understand that the roles that people play in your life.
Okay. And in order to finish, we want to say that it has been proved that both men and women want different things and know how to keep their needs out of the friendship.
Okay, we have reached an agreement, and we have to say that both groups have presented solid arguments backing up their viewpoints, and both have succeeded at convincing us about the pros and cons of this kind of relationship. And what else?
Well, we have to say that even though we agree that men and women can be friends, I mean, we are supporters of that view. We have taken an informed decision, and for us, the winner is Group B, because they have sounded more convincing for us.
Shall we clap?